Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angie Talks TV, where you'll see reality TV show reviews, crime stories, and stories on real life experiences. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hello, everyone, and welcome. In this video, you'll hear a lady share her story on her dating experience with a celebrity producer in Atlanta, Georgia. After you watch the video, please head on over to her page and give her a follow. Let's get started.
Alright, let me give you a little story time about the time I went on a date with a celebrity. Now, he's not like a Chris Brown or like a Trey Songz type of celebrity, but he is a celebrity and he's a celebrity producer, so keep that in mind. Okay, so this was 2 years ago. It was in the beginning of 2021 when Clubhouse was very popular and you could literally meet celebrities and talk to celebrities on there. Like, it was very easily accessible to meet celebrities on Clubhouse. So we were in a Clubhouse group and it was a very small group, but everybody left and it was just me and him. Now, I'm from the Caribbean, so I guess my accent was very intriguing to him, so he was like persistent in trying to get to know me and trying to, figure out where I'm from. And I told him I live in Atlanta, and he happened to live in Atlanta too. So he asked me for my number, I gave him my number, and he called me. Well, he actually FaceTimed me like 20 minutes after I gave him my number, and he was in the studio and he called me. So he told me that he's a producer, he's a celebrity producer, and he also produces movies. But I could see that he was in the studio, so he wasn't lying about that. So we spent like 2 hours on FaceTime and he went straight to the point. He was like, I'm in Atlanta, you're in Atlanta. What's your schedule like this week? I want to take you out on a date. So I was like, okay. I told him that I didn't feel comfortable coming downtown Atlanta. So he told me that he would look up some spots near me to make me more comfortable so that I'm close to home. So he found a lounge, was very close to me, which he was familiar with, and he told me that we can go there if that's okay with me. Now, for a first date, I didn't really want to go to a lounge, but I'm like, whatever, that's his lifestyle, so I guess. We were talking consistently throughout the week, and then the day of the date came and he confirmed with me. He was like, we still on for tonight, right? I was like, yeah, we still on for tonight. He was already at the place before me. He got there before me, right? Because I'm female, I'm late. I got there, I called him, like, I'm outside. He's like, okay, the security's gonna come get you. So I'm like, okay. So the security comes to get me, and I'm walking in the lounge, and everybody's looking at me. And I'm like, why are those people looking at me? I was confused as to why everybody looking at me. So everybody's looking at me, and so that the security walks me to a section. Now the way the section is set up is like a section is for like 20 people. But he's the only person sitting there. It's like a VIP section. So I'm like, why do you have a section? I'm saying in my head, why does he have a section? It's just me and him. So I'm walking, and when I get there, first thing I see is his chain. He had a big Cuban link chain on, and he was dressed really nice, dressed down. His style was very handsome man, very handsome chocolate man. And I was just like, okay. So I saw him and I noticed that he was just like, he just looked like a celebrity. That's first glance. So the security brings me to his section, and all the girls are looking at me, rolling their eyes and stuff. And I'm like, what did I do to y'all? Like, why y'all watching me? Like, why y'all mad at me? Like, what did I do? I have to do a part 2 because that story is kind of long. So I get to the section and he gets up and he gives me a nice long hug. Like, he was just so happy to see me. So I sat down. He's like, what you want to drink? I told him what I wanted to drink. He's like, you hungry? Any food? I'm like, no, okay, I just gonna drink. So we sitting down, we talking. The vibe is nice, vibe is good. Everybody's still looking at us. They're looking at me like, she like, I don't know, it was just like I don't know how to explain, but everybody was just looking at us, and I felt kind of uncomfortable. But I'm like, okay, maybe he's well known, he's very popular, so whatever. But I didn't really know who he was for real. So he's showing me pictures on his phone with all the celebrities that he knows. He's very close with Gucci Mane. He knows Kodak Black. He knows everybody in the industry. And I'm like, okay, this is Atlanta. This is normal. Everybody knows everybody. So I didn't think anything of it. So I'm like, okay, we were talking. I'm like, what's your Instagram? He's like, oh, he don't have no Instagram. Keep that in mind. He said he don't have Instagram. Matter of fact, he said he deactivated his Instagram. So I was like, okay, I do that all the time. That's fine, right? So he keeps on going and he showed me pictures of his daughter, and he's like, oh, he mentioned to me that he just came from Jamaica a week prior. So keep that in mind as well. So I was telling him that I do hair and I really want to grow my business, whatever. And I'm like, this is a good opportunity because if I meet somebody in the industry and I network myself the right way, like my business can blow up. So I'm like, okay, look at what God did. I met a celebrity, now I can network in my. So I'm like, if you have any girls, any little boos or whatever, you have female friends, I want wigs done, put me on, tell them about me. He's like, yeah, I got you. He's like, he was telling me about his female friend who is very popular in Atlanta in the wig industry, and he was like, oh, you're gonna put me on to her, blah 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 blah. So I'm like, okay. So he's like, give me your phone. So he took my phone and he searched up the girl's name, his friend, who is very popular in Atlanta, like a very popular hairstylist. So he showed me her page. He's like, yeah, when I come back, I'm gonna put you on to her. We're gonna talk. Like we're gonna have a meeting. We're gonna talk. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay, this man is about to put me on. I'm about to be a celebrity. I was just so excited. Like I was like swollen everything he was telling me. So I'm like, okay, I'm about to be a celebrity hairstylist. Blah 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 blah. He will put me on. I have connections. Like I was just so happy. So remember, he searched her name on my phone, right? So we talking, whatever. The date comes to an end, so he drops me home. So he's like, he's about to go to LA. And he says when he comes back from LA, because remember I told you he's a music producer and a movie producer. So he works back and forth between Atlanta and LA. He travels a lot. So he's like, he's about to go to LA, and when he comes back from LA, he like take me to dinner. So it's like, okay, that's a date. Like dinner's a date. So he was very respectful the entire night, right? So I'm like, okay, when you come back, we'll talk about dinner. So he left. When he got back to the studio, he FaceTimed me. He showed me that he was in the studio. So I'm on my bed and I'm just scrolling for my phone. I'm in heaven because I'm like, okay, I secured the bag, right? I'm saying to myself, like, yeah, I secured the bag. I got a I'm about to blow up. Like everything is about to go good for me because it's 2021 and it's the beginning of the year. So remember, he searched up his friend's name on my Instagram page, right? So I'm on Instagram and I went to the search bar and her name popped up. So I went to her page. I was just looking at her page, right? Mind you, he said he didn't have a girlfriend. He was honest. Well, so I thought he was honest, and he was like, oh, he don't have no girlfriend, but he do have a few females that he mess around with when he needs to whatever. So I'm like, okay, at least he's honest. So I thought, right? When I tell you these lying, they be lying. I don't believe anything that comes out of a man's mouth. Like men just lie for no reason. So anyways, so I went on the girl's page and I'm looking at her pictures, whatever, and I'm like, okay, she has really good work. She does really good hair. Remember, she's a hairstylist, right? She's a hairstylist like me. So I'm like, she does really good work. She has really good wigs, whatever. I went on one picture and I was reading the comments and I seen he comments. So I'm like, I thought you said you didn't have Instagram. So I was like, okay. So I click on the page. He has a blue tick. This man has like 800,000 followers and a blue tick. So I'm like, hold on. I'm like, is that who I was on a date with? Like, I'm in shock and I'm like, I was on a date with like a legit celebrity or whatever. So when I click on his page, I'm seeing the mutual followers and I'm seeing he's mutual friends with Gucci. All the celebrities that I follow, he's mutual friends with all of them. Like, they all follow him. I'm going through his pictures and reading his comments. He has all kinds of celebrities on commenting under his pictures. He has girls going crazy under his pictures, and I'm like, that's why these bitches looking at me like they was looking at me like, who she think she is? Because she was him. I didn't know who he was. Like I didn't know who he was for real. So you know me being me, I find everything out. So remember he said he went to Jamaica, right? So I'm scrolling down. I see he had pictures of his daughter. I see one picture of him and a lady. So I click on the picture and then I see the location says Jamaica and the caption says something about love of my life. I'm like, so I read and I'm reading the comments and I'm seeing like a lot of girls are like upset because he has a girlfriend or whatever. And I'm just like, so you went to Jamaica, but you forgot to mention the part that you went with your girlfriend, right? Whatever, not my business, because at the end of the day, I've only known this man for a week. I cannot be upset, right? So I'm just like, you could have just been honest and be like, yeah, I have a girlfriend, and give me the option to decide if I want to talk to you or not. So I did all my investigations. I realized that he did have a girlfriend, and I'm just like, this is not for me. So at this point, I'm already turned off because I'm like, why did you lie? You didn't have to lie. You could just tell me the truth. Like, so I already cut him off mentally, but I didn't say anything. I felt like it wasn't my place at that time to confront him and be like, oh, you had a girlfriend to me, I had a girlfriend. Because I've only known this man for a week. Like, why am I going to start drama with you? Like, I just cut you off. I don't have time. Just cut you off. So I didn't talk to him. He messaged me. I did not respond. And I completely cut him off. Why? I went on Google and I Googled this man. And this man's net worth is almost $1 million. I'm like, did I fumble the bag? Of course I fucked up. Who never fucked up? Hands in the air. At least I know I can pull a rich widow. At least I know. I might have fumbled one, but at least I know I can pull one. Yeah, but that's the story time. I haven't talked to him since.
Okay, and that's the end of the video. What I gather from the video and her story, it doesn't sounds like the producer was planning to be with her for a short time, not a long time, if you know what I mean. And by her getting excited from all the things that he has, like his net worth and his followers and all, and the people that he knew, she got very excited. So I'm not sure what her intentions were, if she decided to go with him or continue to date him, regardless of him having a girlfriend or what have you. But it doesn't sound like that was something that she was into, because she pretty much broke it off. Anyways, let me know what you think of this video. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts, and if you've ever dated a celebrity producer or celebrity, if you care to share. Until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.